Welcome back, everybody. Now, the rise of podcasts has been so rapid that one might think the only people who don't have a podcast are the ones who are too busy listening to all the other podcasts. But with so many to choose from, where do you even start? I mean, look no further, because Open Chat's podcast, which has taken the country by storm with its candid and provocative conversations, is igniting the conversation amongst the youth on varied topics. With over 260,000 subscribers on YouTube and a recent big win at the South African Social Media Awards for Podcast of the Year, we're excited to have them share their success with us this morning. Mtogozi Semetula and Notando Kama, better known as Mto and Sino, are the hosts of the Open Chats podcast, and they join us in studio this morning. Gents, a very good morning. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning, man. Thanks for having us. Before we start, I'd love to say we are really not nervous.
We are not nervous at all.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask you, how can you be nervous when you've interviewed so many people in the podcast?
It's a different experience, this one.
Yeah, it's a totally different experience. And I want us to talk about that kind of experience. How does it differ from traditional media?
I'd say there's more freedom of speech on the YouTube platform.
Space,
Yes.
You say whatever you want. There are no rules. It's unscripted. You just literally talk. We don't script nothing.
Right.
Yeah, we just come and talk, and that's it. Yeah.
Right.
You can wear what you want.
So, okay, before we delve deeper into the conversation, first of all, congratulations, man, for winning SASMA Podcast of the Year. How does that make you feel in terms of, being recognized for such an accolade?
I think that was a very, very... it affirmed us and encouraged us that we are definitely doing something to be recognized, especially as underdogs in the podcasting space.
Yeah.
When you speak podcast in South Africa, the only thing people think of is... the
Underdogs, Chief.
Yeah. We're not underdogs.
No.
We're big boys.
We have aura, Chief.
Okay. If he says that, then we have aura. But no, it was really encouraging, and yeah. It's good recognition in the industry, and we really shout out to all our subscribers called the operators. We really appreciate them because they're the ones that gave us that.
What is it about this podcast? I mean, how does it differ from the other podcasts? What makes you so unique?
Relatability.
Is it?
Speaking on our experiences, what the youth go through, and us speaking about that, and when we're given a platform to speak about it, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Right?
No, we're not nervous, Chief.
Yeah, we're not nervous.
So what kind of issues do you guys delve in? And what is it that you talk about? Do you follow a particular trend or theme, or you just talk about whatever that comes to your mind?
Okay, there's a stereotype that Open Chat is about certain things that I want to talk about, but we actually speak about
What are
life.
those things that you don't talk about? Because I just need to get an understanding.
Can I be what's the word?
Which one?
Can I be blunt on live
Candid,
radio? Yeah. People say it's a sex podcast, it's sexual, but that's not the truth. That's what trends on social media. But we talk about everything. We talk about life. We talk about school. We talk about mental health and everything. Yeah. It's the most relatable platform for people our age. Yeah.
And how do you see the culture of podcasting influencing traditional TV and traditional radio?
Chief, that's yours, Chief.
I would say, because podcasting is unfiltered and so raw, it's made TV look a bit staged and less lucrative, in my opinion, because there's certain things you cannot say in TV because of laws and everything, but in podcast you say anything and you're so blunt. That freedom has given it a lot of preference from people, I'd like to believe.
Chief, are you saying the work that I do is staged?
It is, Chief, because there were rules. Even when we came, Chief, there were rules. Yeah, they were telling us we have to dress a certain way, we can't say certain things. So definitely there is a bit of censorship.
Right, got you.
Even this is not mine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I wear Nike and Adidas wire. That they said
no branded clothing.
No branded clothing, yeah, definitely.
Smart,
how do you keep abreast with the latest trends?
Abreast?
Yeah, like how do you keep abreast? Like how do you keep current with the current trends?
I'll be honest with you, we don't keep current trends. We always talk about things that are naturally related to us, so we don't have to follow them. It's what we saw on social media, it's what's happening in community. For example, right now there's the Donald Trump thing, Donald Trump versus Ramaphosa. We will talk about that. We don't do research. We literally, it's unscripted conversation. We just sit and talk what's been on our faces a lot.
Authentic and organic.
Yeah.
And I see that personal stories are a key element of Open Chats. People sharing their stories, bearing it all. And how do you ensure that you give a safe space to your guests, as they share their personal stories?
No, as we tell them, open chats, we listen, but we don't judge.
We don't judge.
You know, so it's a platform to be honest and vulnerable, because what you go through, everyone goes through it. So whenever you talk, you are fixing the country. We always say we are fixing the country. Our not here to play games.
Brick by brick.
Yes.
Brick by brick. As you're fixing the country brick by brick, we always see the outcome. We always see, you know, the final product. Yet there's so many different moving parts behind the scenes in terms of planning a podcast. Just take us through the creative process of planning a podcast. What goes into that?
There's more work that goes into production than the actual creative process. It's cameras, same with you guys, but lower budget. This one is hectic, this one. So, but the creative process is just, as I said, as organic as you can think. So we just invite them, we make the guests feel welcome, as you did. Got coffee, even though it's coffee, it's fine. I'm used to Jacobs. Yeah, but there's not much that goes into the creative process. Just young kids having chats about relatable topics, the struggles that we go through in life, whether it be relationships, women, unemployment,
erectile dysfunction.
I chief also you now.
You're a funny guy, eh? You're a funny guy. And speaking of funny, comedy and humor, I see it's also, you know, a very critical element of open chats. So how do you balance comedy with freedom of speech?
How do you balance?
And making sure that you don't hurt people?
I would say, if you're real, people don't get hurt, because there's no intention to hurt anyone. You're just sharing your story, and they can say that these bros are really, really genuine about everything they say. There's no motive. We always say this because when you're doing podcasting, you're bound to annoy someone every day, because you're sharing opinions on a lot of things. You speak about religion, you're bound to say something wrong about another religion. So, but when people see that your intentions are pure, you're just sharing your heart as it is, they don't easily get offended, I think.
All right. Gents, great chatting to you, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Much.
Okay.
Keep on growing.
How come you got the proper makeup? As we got 2 minutes.
They shy.
Dude, I've been in the game forever, eh? You can't tell me about makeup.
They shy us there.
Gents, thank you so much for joining us, eh?
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, that was Mtokoze Semetula and Sinotando Kama talking to us about, this morning, about the success of Open Chats podcast.